P.I. Penguin in the Case of the Treetop Tiger, written by Beck J. Smith and illustrated by Adit Galih. P.I. Penguin would not cower from the height of the tall tower. The quick walk and early hour added strength to his willpower. Perhaps from up here I can see what happened to my family. He gazed across the canopy, then overheard a squeal of glee. "Hey, Lee, you hear about the famed old boab tree the park has claimed? It has the keepers quite inflamed." "I haven't heard. Please tell me quick," her friend replied with a tail flick. "Oh, Lee, it is a nasty trick. I heard that some crazed lunatic has scratched his name in with a stick." "I'd like to help you solve the crime," the geckos heard the penguin chime. "This is a specialty of mine. I'll crack the case by dinner time." Off to the tree the penguin sped, but got lost in the garden bed. A sleepy snake lifted his head and hissed, "The penguin must be led." The serpent slithered, wove, and wend up to the top of bark and bend to see the mark that would offend. "Look there," the serpent cried with awe, "a secret carved by tooth or claw. Yes, such graffiti breaks the law." Loud laughter echoed from the tree. "They are initials, don't you see? We've wondered who those crooks could be. Let's go down to the lake southeast. It's time to gather for a feast. Come ask of every bird or beast, and you'll be fed a meal at least." P.I. sat down among the birds and asked about the strange carved words. But no one knew. They had no clue, until an insect said, "Yoo-hoo! Tell me, are you the detective? You'll find these birds' views are subjective. We could offer some perspective. Old Grey's sight is quite effective." Old Grey no longer took to flight, but perched on a stromatolite. She warmed herself in sunshine's light and watched P.I. with hawk-eyed sight. "You seek the culprits Cupid struck. They've found themselves in quite a muck. Though neither frog nor dog nor duck, it seems the pair are out of luck. We saw them earlier today in newly wedded blissful play. We hope you don't think this hearsay, but Bess saw them near the fairway." "I do not mean to cause distress," the penguin said in his address, "but I'm afraid I must impress the seriousness of this mess." The snake hissed, "You must both confess." "Oh, I admit it," T.B. cried. "I won't deny I love my bride. If punishment must be applied, we will confess, we will not hide. We've heard of you from a giraffe who told us of your photograph. She asked we share our telltale laugh by Kookaburra telegraph. Now Genevieve would be quite miffed we did not offer you this gift, so we will send a message, swift, to give your search a helpful lift." The newlyweds owned their disgrace. Never again would they deface a special tree or sacred space. P.I. was glad he'd solved the case. Back home he gazed out at the sky and watched the birds that fluttered by. He smiled to hear within their cry a call to keep a watchful eye. With one last, ever hopeful sigh, he thanked the birds and said, "Goodbye." That was P.I. Penguin in the Case of the Treetop Tiger, written by Beck J. Smith and illustrated by Adit Galih.